What's going on, you guys? We are back on another live stream. This time we talking some boxing. Hit that like button. You come on in, man. Late night live stream. I know y'all ain't doing shit on this cold Saturday night. I know it's cold out here in the Midwest. Salute to everybody that's up late, checking in with your boy. Got a few things we want to talk about. Errol Spence Jr. comes out and says that Keyshawn is spoon-fed by Top Rank, and he'll rather see Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. Bomac, the trainer of Terrence Bud Crawford, just came out and gave us a small little update as to what's going on with Terrence Bud Crawford in the year 2023. And of course, Big Charlo, aka Jermall Charlo. Hit that like button as you come on in, man. Late night stream. See who we got in the building, right? See who we got in the building. Oh, boy. Zerudo Ramirez was supposed to fight tonight, Gabe Rosado. But, of course, that didn't happen. He came in like 7.5 pounds overweight. He didn't even try to make weight, and the fight just didn't happen. And Jojo Diaz ended up fighting in the main event. Did that fight even happen already? I don't even know. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Random live stream, late night live stream. Bomac gives us an update of what's going on with the fight. And like I told you guys, I heard some good news. And it's looking really good with the Spence Crawford thing. Salute to everybody in the building. What's going on, Warren Lowe's? CMD Box Report. Salute. What's going on, man? Yeah. Jermall Charlo, man. Let's start off with Jermall, right? We're going to start off with Jermall real quick because I'm not quite sure if the photoshopping level is over 9,000 or this is really Jermall Charlo, man. Because he looked like he's about 230 pounds, 220, something like that, right? They used to look like twins. They used to look like twins once upon a time. Once upon a time, you could hardly tell the two apart, but now you could definitely tell the two apart. Big Charlo is now his official name. I mean, look at him. Now, unless this is some high-level photoshopping, you can still see in his eyes that he just looked like a tired man. I don't know if Jermall Charlo's coming back in June like they stated. It don't look like he's coming back anytime soon. Damn. Man. They used to look like twins, y'all. What happened? Now he looked like the big bro, just the big brother who never boxed and just was kind of around. He don't even look like a world champion. He don't look like Jermall Charlo. I don't know if people, they say 12 pounds over. Oh, wow. Damn, man. Zerudo Ramirez, man. Not only did he lose against Beevil, but he lost on the scales too. Not a good look. But Jermall Charlo, man. Yeah. Photos surfaced of this photo right here. Came out earlier today. And yeah, what could I say? I mean, he looks pretty big. We've been hearing things about his personal issues outside of boxing that's been hindering him from getting back. Yeah, man. Hey, that's stress eating or something, bro. He said, let that man live. Man, if you don't shut that shit the fuck up, let that man live. Nah, bro. Let that man live. You ain't been through life yet, then. You must be some young guy, huh? But Jermall Charlo, man. See, Jermall Charlo's the guy that's like around my size, right? So when I was 230 pounds, yeah, I wasn't feeling good. Jermall Charlo needs to get it back together. It may be a lot harder than one may say, right? If you've never been through nothing, then you may say, "Oh, just get back to it." Yeah, it's easier said than done, especially when you see him out here looking like this. Man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think even if he was to come back, will he even come back as a middleweight? Will he even come back as a middleweight fighter when he's that big? I hope these bastards ain't out here photoshopping shit, because back in the day, you used to could tell when people Photoshop shit, but nowadays, just they got so good at it, you really can't tell. But if this is a real photo of Jermall Charlo, he's far removed from getting in that boxing ring. I'll tell you that. Far removed from it. And letting him live. Nah, man, we've been letting him live too long, man. Jermall Charlo needs to get back on the ball, bro. He needs to get back on the road. He needs to get back in the ring. He needs to get back boxing. And fortunately for him, the sanction bodies, WBC, ain't stripped him or, put him in recess. Right? He's still considered the WBC middleweight champion of the world, but we haven't seen him in almost 3 years now. So normally they would have put him in recess, champion in recess, or stripped his title, at the worst. So yeah, man, I don't know what the hell. Big Charlo is I don't know if he's coming back anytime soon, man. I don't know if he's coming back anytime soon. That's just not yeah. Significant weight gain, man. Yeah, Jay Center, he needs to do what's best for him and his family, bro. And maybe he needs to get back to boxing. He needs to get back to boxing, bro. That keeps him disciplined, it keeps him, keeps him on track. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Doing what's best for him and his family is getting back in the ring, in my opinion. Now, based off of what I've seen from the videos that they showed or that's been released of him and his wife, I don't know, man. I don't want to get too deep into his personal issue, but it did go kind of public, and his wife did. She looked like she was doing the most. She looked like she was doing the most. And even based off some of the things that you heard Jermall say in the past, he seemed like he wasn't very fond of her. And he's like, man, I told him he should have married her and all this stuff. Hey, look, man. So now Jermall Charlo's going through it. And it's probably is a lot to do with stress, B fighter. A lot to do with stress. When I was stressed out, I wasn't eating at all, though. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really eating like that. So, yeah, he's stress eating. I don't know. I hope this photo is Photoshop, but, it's one of those things that got leaked out. And Jermall Charlo looked like he's far out from stepping back into that ring, man. What's up, Orlando Finney? Damone Daniel, salute, man. Yeah, man. He looking pretty bad out here, man. And I'm not saying it to like kick him while he's down or laughing or any of that bullshit. Nah, man. I'm saying it as a concerned boxer fan and a concerned man and from a brother to another brother. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, Jermall Charlo was the Charlo that was Jermall was kind of in his shadow, so to speak. And now is a total 180, So hopefully he can get it together, man. I've been saying it and I'm gonna keep saying it. But when you see stuff like this, it's like, oh man. And then when he does hop in the ring, will he be that same guy? Usually when we see stuff like this and the guy gets in the ring, he don't look too good. He don't look like the same guy anymore. His heart ain't in it anymore. He's getting hit. He just looked like he's just not even there. So hopefully that's not the case for Jermall Charlo, man. Yeah, that's right, MD Mills. Hey, when I was stressing, going through relationship issues, I couldn't eat nothing. Yeah, man. Same. Couldn't eat nothing, bro. Couldn't eat at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know, man. What's going on, Jason O's? You said question, who has Maul really beat? I don't know, man. I didn't really want to talk about Maul to kind of nitpick on his resume or the fact that he didn't really fight who I wanted to see him fight. I just wanted to, just kind of talk about like, is this shit real? Like what is this? Like, why? I thought he was supposed to be coming back, and yeah, man. Some people eat, some don't. Beef fighter. Some people eat, some don't, man. Yeah, it looked like Jermall Charlo went on the eating route, man. That's a pretty significant size game, bro. And you figure this is Jermall not in fight camp, when his weight is low. So Jermall probably walking around, Jermall in his picture himself is probably about close to like 190, something like that, right? So you figure Jermall is looking twice as big as he is, and they twins in this picture. I mean, he got to be close to 230. Got to be. He probably just carried the weight pretty good, but you could tell the significant size difference. As us as fight fans, we see these guys when they're in shape and stuff like that. Yeah, this is a total difference from the Jermall Charlo we used to seeing. That's not even Jermall Charlo. No. That's that's Jermaine Charlo. You know what I'm saying? That's their big brother we never seen before. You know what I'm saying? And who's been in the background. Yeah, that's who that is. That's not even Jermall. That's Jermaine Charlo. That's their big brother. You know what I'm saying? That's not Jermall Charlo. But yeah, let me show you guys what Bomac said. Let you hear what Bomac had to say about the fight. $69 about the Spence Crawford fight. Yeah, he said Jermaine. Yeah, his name Jermaine right now, man. That's Jermaine. That's Jermaine Charlo. That's not Jermall. That's Jermaine, man. I come to find out it's really Jermaine Charlo. That's their big brother. Yeah, they got different daddies though. But yeah, that's their big brother Jermaine Charlo. That's not Jermall Charlo. That's Jermaine Charlo. Yeah.
Right now, we're just working with 2-3 different camps trying to make a fight happen.
Yeah. What would be the potential of a Spence fight happening this year, if any at all? Like, is there a percentage?
It looks really good.
Really, the odds are good.
Odds real good.
Yeah.
Even with the Rocha fights, that's really good too. So either one of them don't matter.
Alexis Rocha is a good fight for Crawford to fall back on if he can't get Spence in there in June, right?
A good sparring match. Usually, Crawford gonna dominate his ass. So
yeah,
you still gotta be in shape for those guys. Because those guys are come in shape and they try their best to get that win. So definitely gotta be in shape.
Errol hasn't been in the ring in a minute, man. Do you think going into the fight straight with Crawford, could that benefit Crawford more?
Who is that?
Errol Spence. He hasn't been in the ring in a minute, and if he does, let's say they work out a deal for June and going straight into the Crawford fight, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing?
Errol's known for just going and taking a hard fight. So
exactly.
Hey, I'm expecting him to be ready. Derek James do a good job over there. Him and his team over there. So hey, so be it. Hey, whatever he's gonna bring to the table, he's gonna be ready for it.
Yeah.
Now, the Bomac did say at the beginning that Crawford's supposed to be returning in June or July. And like I told you guys, I heard the Spence fight, they were working it out for June or July. So, yeah, it's looking good on that end. Let's see what else they have to say.
This is going to be a big year for Crawford. How many more times do you think we're going to see him back in the ring?
Well, we're hoping two more times.
2 more times, yeah. And you're obviously hoping Spence is one of those, right?
We got to finish first.
Yeah. And you guys are also open to the Rocha and Virgil Ortiz deal with Golden Boy, right? You guys are
I think that's what a conversation came up with them to, go ahead and talk to those guys. So, we just keep our fingers crossed.
Flew the fight hype for the interview, man. Fingers crossed, right? So Bomac and them keeping their fingers crossed. They're looking to fight 2 times this year. One would imagine if he's fighting 2 times this year, Terrence Crawford, it would probably be Rocha first, and then Spence. And then Spence probably will be fighting somebody else in the meantime, and then they'll fight Crawford later on in the year. But also we got to see it where Crawford go right into a fight with Spence, and then they fight twice in this year. So I don't know. That's what Bomac had to say. He said it's looking good. I told you guys the good news about a week ago now. And yeah, man, we just got to just let this thing play out. Let it play out. What's going on, Grulin Jones? We'll have to let it play out, man. Also, Errol Spence had this to say. Former Derek Carr hater, I don't know who this is. This is a guy on Twitter. He says, at Errol Spence, please put Keyshawn versus Frank Martin as the whatever. I guess he's probably talking about the undercard for his fight, right? His fight between Crawford. And Spence says don't know what he's talking about, but I like Shakur versus Frank better, and they still bottle feeding the pup at Top Rank respectfully. Wow. And Errol Spence and Keyshawn been going back and forth with each other. He called Keyshawn a cheerleader, and Keyshawn said Errol Spence is ducking and all this other stuff. So Shakur versus Frank. I like that fight. That's a fight that I didn't even really think about. When we talk about the lightweights, we talk about Devin and Shakur, Tank and Shakur, but we didn't even think about Frank and Shakur. But Errol Spence himself said, I like Frank and Shakur. He's willing to put Frank in there with Shakur Stevenson. I mean, I think that's a fight that should happen. Now, is it a fight that'll possibly happen on the undercard? I don't think so, simply because Shakur is a top-ranked fighter. And it'll be mostly a PBC affair unless Top Rank let Shakur go over there. Jay Prince and those guys let Shakur go over there to the PBC, and fight on that particular card. Whatever this hypothetical card this guy's talking about. But Errol Spence likes the idea of Shakur versus Frank. Keyshawn Davis still being bottle fed. So he's saying Keyshawn Davis ain't even ready for Frank Martin, basically. Respectfully. You ain't lying, Jason Oates. We got to let it play out because so much can be said and not done. Done and not said. That's right, man. And that's what happened last time. So we hearing good things, right? We hearing good things. We hearing good whispers. We just let it play out, man. Don't jinx it this time. Fans talking about it too much. Mike Coppinger coming out with shit and all that. And then, just let these guys work it out. We hearing good things. And that's all we need to hear from now. Yeah, that's right, Orlando Finney. Jermall shouldn't have. Jermall said it. We heard him say it. You said Keyshawn isn't your average prospect. Nah, he ain't. Speaking of Keyshawn, man, Andy Cruz still be coming for him on Twitter, man, taking shots at him and, trying to. I think Keyshawn blocked him, though. Yeah, strange enough, Keyshawn blocked Andy Cruz on Twitter because Andy Cruz been kind of, trolling him and shit. But yeah, that's what Errol Spence had to say. Interesting that he's keen on putting Frank Martin in there with Shakur. Will Top Rank let that happen? Because we know the PBC go take a stronghold on that one and say this is our event. You'll have to come over there and fight on our platform, yada, yada, yada. Plus, Terrence Crawford's a free agent. He's not with Top Rank. So, yeah. I don't know, though. I like that matchup, Shakur and Frank. Frank is a pretty fast, twitchy fighter, pretty aggressive. Shakur is a defensive. Yeah, that's a good-ass matchup. Shakur versus Frank Martin is a really good fight. That's a really good fight. I don't think we've seen Shakur in there with nobody that's fast like Frank either. So, I think that's a good-ass fight, man. Frank Martin. We tend to forget about Frank Martin because he kind of came out of nowhere. But I think he's one of the top guys too. I think he's a key player. He may be a dark horse, but I think he's one of the top guys and possible factor at lightweight. He says Keyshawn said he blocked it because it was a fake account. In Cuba, they don't have access in social media. Now, they really don't. They really don't have access to social media like that at all. I was talking to this Cuban girl for a little minute, and there's a reason why they coming over here. That's all I got to say, bro. Talking to her was like, it's almost like she was stuck in the 90s. Like, it's almost like Cuba stuck back in the day. Like, it's almost like they stuck in a time loop or something. Like, the cars are old, They got box TVs. They got no flat screens like that. Like everything is real old. What's going on, Damon Webster? Yeah, I'm ready to see Bud fight too, man. I'm thinking he may fight Rocha first. You know, Spence probably fight whoever he go fight in the meantime, and then something happen later on this year, or they go right into a fight with each other, man. So we just gotta wait and see what happens. But we heard what Bomac said. It's looking good. Fingers crossed. You know, he said Rocha is just a sparring partner. But Rocha is a sparring match. He'll go up in there and just beat up on him real quick, you know. And then he said Bud go whoop on both of them anyway, Spence and Rocha. So yeah, you know how Bomac talk. You know how Bomac talk. So it's looking good for that fight, you guys, that Spence Crawford fight. It's looking good, like I said. From my sources who gave me that phone call. Gave me the good news. So this thing is looking really good. They agreeing on the split and all that stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, man, they little broing Keyshawn out here in boxing. They kind of little broing him. You know, he gonna have to get out here and fight somebody. I mean, Top Rank is moving them fast as they can. Really, they're moving them as fast as they can. I don't know how much faster they want to move them, but I say within the next 2 fights, they got to put Keyshawn in there with somebody we heard of. That's a threat to take them to that next level. If they want to move Keyshawn faster, because now you got guys like Spence saying he's still being bottle fed. So yeah, in other words, he ain't ready for frame. What's going on, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment? Y'all salute. Go subscribe to my boy, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. He says, I don't believe nothing until the fight is done. Tired of throwing stuff around in my house over this fight. Ain't no reason to throw stuff around. I think it's gonna happen, bro. Like, I think with all these other fights happening, with Tank and Ryan making that fight happen, I think Spencer Crawford, they know they got to make it happen, bro. No matter, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We waited way too long for it. Right? We waited way too long. It's over. It's almost damn near over marinated. But I think it's gonna happen this year. If it don't happen in 2023, it's not gonna happen at all. Forget about it. This is the last year I'm talking about it. If it don't happen this year, I'm not even gonna talk about it no more. And I'm gonna be probably pretty upset at the whole situation. But I'm staying optimistic right now because according to Bomac, things is looking good. It's been relatively quiet anyway. And usually when it's quiet, things tend to happen in boxing. But yeah, shit. Hit that like button for your boy, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Jermall. And surprisingly enough, nobody came out and rebutted this photo, said, oh, it's fake or Photoshop. Nobody don't really know yet. So I'm assuming it's real, man. Shit. He's huge, bro. That's Jermall Charlo. That's the third brother. He's the older brother. He's not the twin, though. He's about 3 years older. He's about 3 years older than the twins. He acts as a bodyguard sometimes when they go out. You said Thurman versus Rocha should fight. Thurman ain't about to fight nobody like that. No. You said Crawford and Spence are 2 of the top 5 fighters in the world, and the fight will happen. Yeah, I think Spence Crawford is happening, bro. We had a lot of ups and downs. With that fight, but I think it's gonna happen, man. I think Tank and Ryan really set the bar. You know what I'm saying? And then not to mention we got a lot of good fights happening this year. Plant Benavidez, Tank and Loma. A lot of these boxes are really starting to make things happen. You said Rocha is a tune-up for Thurman. You think so? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Rocha might go out there and really shock Thurman. We've seen Thurman struggle with the Riverside Rocky coming off a similar layoff. Got up in there with a tough, hard-nosed Latino Mexican fighter. Got up in there, dude was putting that heat on Keith. Rocked him and buzzed him a few times and shit. Rocha may come in there and do the same thing. And Rocha's big. Rocha is a bigger guy. If I'm not mistaken, Ripside Rocky is a guy who wasn't naturally a 147 guy, if I'm not mistaken. Rocha, that he's a real 147 guy. Bigger. These new batch of welterweights are bigger than the guys like Spence and Thurman when these dudes are bigger. Bigger dudes. You said things are really quiet here in Omaha. Something is up. Yeah, man. Yeah, that fight cooking. They cooking that fight behind the scenes. You heard Bomac. Bomac said June or July is when Crawford is expected to return. And usually when they say Crawford is expected to return a certain date, that's usually when he returns, no matter who it is. And he said he talked to a few camps. You said Lopez was a former champion. Yeah, that's true. But Rocha, you could argue that he's a young, hungry fighter, man. And Thurman may be, you know, what did your boy Rick Glacier say? He's on a back nine. He might be on a back nine, bro. Keith. And I like Keith Thurman. I like Keith Thurman. But we don't know how those fights will play out for real, y'all. When we talk about the welterweights and who could be who and who could do what, at the end of the day, styles makes fights. And I think experience matters and discipline too. But stylistically, bro, we just don't know. Like, who's to say that Avaresian can't go out there and fight Ugas and beat up on Ugas? You know, who's to say? I don't fucking know. All right, like a Kukachan, go out there and make one of the guys that we hold dear look bad, like Boots, kind of, right? So you just never know, bro. Salute to Hollow Ninja for the super chat. He says all Arrow had to do was be active in negotiations, but his fans kept saying he didn't need to be. Remember, Bushido? Now the fight goes. Thank you, bro. You remember? Salute to my boy Hollow Ninja, man. Always holding your boy down. You remember when I said it many times. Errol Spence should have been hands-on. Guess what? We heard he's hands-on. Guess what? We hearing good things that this thing looking like it's on the course of happening. He should have been hands-on in the first place because Al Heyman was going to botch that fight. Al Heyman was going to botch it. You said Keyshawn looking real zesty and spicy. What happened, Mike? You said Bud going to sign to Don King with AB next. And now you trolling. Hey, AB and Don King is a crazy, crazy match, bro. That would have been so in a different timeline. That would have been a perfect match. AB and Don King. Oh my goodness, that'd have been must-see TV. Yeah, Keyshawn. They kind of little bro and Keyshawn right now, bro. They little bro and Keyshawn out here, man. He said, Bud go sign with Don King. Nah, Bud go stay independent, man. Bud Crawford ain't signing with nobody no more because he went through hell just because he was signed with Bob Aaron. Damn if he do, damn if he don't. I say do what's ever best for you at 35, 36 years old. What's going on, D-Joe? D-Go, 0082, salute. You said Blood going to sign a white prime next. Oh, man. He said, let me fight him. Wait. Mike Jones, he says, let me fight him, Shakur. Respect Club. Don't worry. Oh, you talking about how Keyshawn always kind of saying, oh, well, he don't want to fight Shakur. Like, yeah. You said, Bushido, I think they're going to make sure it's 36. They cross fingers, hoping some decline against Rocha. I ain't gonna lie, bro. 36, is they really old? 35? Like my 30-something self, I feel like I could beat the shit out of my 20-something-year-old self. I feel like I'm smarter. I feel like I'm stronger. I feel like I'm just better. I feel like I'm better than I was in my 20s. Yeah, I might have been faster, but I feel like I'm smarter in everything where I'm at now. So is 35 really old if you're a guy that's really taking care of yourself, really disciplined, and not taking a lot of damage? Is 35 really old? I don't know. I feel like 35 is the prime of a man in the modern era. Everything starts to come together. You said you ain't watching JoJo fight? Nah, man, I ain't watching JoJo fight. Who was he fighting? I forgot, man. Man. I probably wouldn't even go watch the Zerudo Gabe Rosado fight, bro. Like, salute to Gabe Rosado. I like Gabe Rosado. He's a warrior, and he fought everybody in boxing damn near. But we already know how that was gonna play out. He said, "Why do I think Mike Tyson came to visit Crawford?" That's a good question, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but that was before like the negotiation talks last year really was heating up. We thought something was gonna happen from that, but it just really didn't. I don't know. Like Steven Espinoza came out and said that the talks paused, that the negotiations paused. They never stopped. This is what Espinoza said. That the negotiations never stopped, and that they're working on it. So from what we're hearing from people, they saying that look, we're working on it. It's looking good. You know, so we're hearing good things. I wouldn't ask Derek James nothing though, because he might say something you don't want to hear. You know what, Real Talk Mafia? I would agree. But I also look at it like this, bro. How old is Spence? 33 now? How much time do he got left? Right? And while I do think that 30-something is still relatively young, like I said, it depends on how you take care of yourself, too. I'm sure Errol Spence is in much better shape than your average person that's in shape, despite his lack of discipline at times, right? But how much time you got left to be fighting at that level, especially with the time off that he has, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Errol Spence knows what he got to do, bro. Errol Spence knows he got to fight Terrence Crawford. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, bro. He got to fight this dude. Period. Speaking of fighting dudes, Ryan Garcia posted a clip of him cutting the weight. He looked pretty bad, man, cutting that weight. Already. I heard somebody say he brought 146 already. And he's more than a month out and he's already 146. You say you think Bud talks with the Bud's financial advisors, he has the best. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro. You hear so much stuff about this fight. Espinoza says, what did he say? Pay-per-view, the piracy, fans stealing the fights is the reason why these fights don't be happening. I mean, I don't know, bro. Because somebody brought a good point in the comment section. He said that how did Wilder and Helenius get on pay-per-view? Y'all just putting shit on pay-per-view. You can't just blame the fans. UFC fans support. Why? Because they get the fights that they want to get. And they get them quite often. MMA fans are spoiled. Us boxing fans, we ain't spoiled at all. But 2023 might be a good year for us. Might be a good year for us. Spence and Crawford will be the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. You say you can never trust the weasel. He got 1,000 excuses. Yeah, man. You know, and we could say that about a lot of those dudes, but at least Steven Espinoza is the only guy from that side that's really giving us any information. Anything. He's the only person. Who else is going to talk? There's no Al Heyman. The Watson twins ain't gonna come out here and talk that business. Sam Watson not gonna say nothing. He's an extension of Al Heyman, so he's almost a mute too. So who else is gonna give us anything? Steven Espinoza, and I'll take what he's been giving us lately because it's been good news. He ain't been saying, "Oh well, you gotta get rid of Kinahan," and "Oh well, he gotta know what he's worth." Nah, he's saying some good shit. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Right? I'm gonna leave Steven alone and let them work this thing out. You said any top ranked fights? I'm not sure, Devin. Devin and Loma. I'm not sure. Oscar Valdez supposed to be fighting Adam Lopez again. That should be a good rematch at a higher weight class now. I thought Adam Lopez did really, really good in that first fight. You said Spence rather keep the fake clout than lose. Look like AJ now. EJ is the new AJ. Oh man, EJ got to get on the ball, man. He gonna be looking like AJ. Fight somebody else, end up getting clipped. Yeah, that's right, CMD. Bernard was 36 when he beat Felix Trinidad. That's what I'm saying, bro. 30 is it really old? You know what I'm saying? Is it really old? Some dudes, you could be an old 30-something or a young 30-something. I think genetics and things like that got a lot to do with it as well. But yeah, you could be a dude. You could have two of the same guys that's 38 years old, and one guy look like a fresh and younger guy, and the other guy look like an old man, but they the same age. But I don't know any other top ranked fights that's really significant other than Devin and Loma right now. I think Top Rank is still in the process of really building fighters. They're still really, really grooming and building a lot of these fighters they got. You know, they had Terrence Crawford as the guy that they was really, I guess you could say he was one of the main guys that was top ranks, the face of Top Rank, for so to speak, right? Even though there was a lot of negative things that was said towards the end. I think Terrence Crawford was a big part of the reason why people pay attention to Top Rank. But now you got a lot of young fighters that people are not too familiar with, and a lot of young fighters that is still developing. So yeah, you know, the veteran guys, the guys that's kind of polished, just kind of moved on, or you know, kind of floating around in boxing right now. And Terrence Crawford is one of them. Yeah, Floyd beat the brakes off Canelo at 36. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Is 36 really old? I don't really think so. I don't think so. Like I said, I feel like my 30-something self can beat the hell out of my 20-something self. I'm stronger and everything. Smarter. So yeah, these 20-something year old, and if you look at a lot of the champion fighters in mixed martial arts, a lot of those guys be in their 30s, bro. You hardly see some 20-something year old champions in mixed martial arts today. A lot of those dudes be in their 30s, 34, 35, 33, like seasoned men. So I would say 30 is like your prime, like your prime, where your mind, body, and everything come together. It's like when in your 30s. Because when you're in your 20s, you still kind of, you know, learning, gaining experience. You may be faster and everything else, a lot more energy, but you still learning. But once you get to your 30s, that's where you get that experience on top of everything else, especially if you took care of yourself. You said Top Rank's giving us the best fights right now. I just hope they make heavyweight undisputed. Is that a Top Rank fight, the Usyk Fury? I don't know. I didn't hear Bob talk too much. Well, it's been tight. I don't know what the hell going on with that fight. But they playing games with that one. They are playing games. But yeah, let me go play back for the people that just stopped in. Hit that like button for your boy, man. Bomac said it's looking good with the Spence Crawford fight. He didn't want to. He didn't seem to want to give us too much. Right? He didn't want to see. He didn't seem to want to give us too much information, but he gave us some pretty good information.
Can't take about a week or 2 weeks off. And Calvin Davis going working with 2-3 different camps, working with 2.
Any opponent that you could potentially...
No, we're still working.
Yeah. Is it true that he's personally talking to Errol Spence? Do you know anything about that?
Right now we just working with 2-3 different camps trying to make a fight happen.
Yeah. What would be the potential of a Spence fight happening this year, if any at all? Like, is there a percentage?
It looks really good.
The odds are good?
Odds real good.
Yeah.
Even with the Rocha fights, that's really good too. So either one of them gonna get their ass whipped, so it don't matter.
The Alexis Rocha.
Bomac look like he don't want to do this interview at all. He ready to go. Bomac don't be liking to do interviews, man. I might have to reach out to him, but he don't be seem like he be wanting to talk to people like that no more. He says Caleb Plant versus Caleb versus Plant next. Yeah, man. Benavidez versus Plant next week, Mike. That's a good one, man. I'm leaning towards Caleb. Benavidez look good. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. Caleb Plant looks real good. He looks like he's in phenomenal shape. I don't know. It's finally going down though. Caleb Plant and David Benavidez is finally about to happen. I think Caleb Plant's gonna win that fight. I think Caleb Plant's gonna win. Some telling me Caleb Plant's gonna win. Because if Caleb Plant gets on his bike and if he's really making Benavidez miss and Benavidez can't really set any traps or get him to a situation where he's sitting still, it's gonna be a difficult fight for Benavidez because he hasn't fought too many guys that's gonna give him that many different looks like Plant's gonna be giving him. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Plant right now for that fight. You said why is Bomac talking about Rocha? Because it's a mandatory and it's probably a fight that's probably gonna happen in the meantime. He said they're looking at 2 fights this year for Bud. I didn't play the whole clip, but he said they're looking at 2 fights. He's supposed to be returning in June or July, and they're looking at 2 fights this year. One would imagine if they're looking at 2 fights, it could either be Spence 2 times, or it could be a Rocha fight, then going to a Spence fight. But I say this: the Rocha thing will be okay as long as we get the Spence fight signed and sealed. Then we could have that in the meantime. Spence get his Thurman fight out of the way or whatever. I don't know if Spence would want to fight Thurman before going into a Crawford fight, but Spence likes to take hard fights coming off layoffs. So I mean, hey. Yeah, you said that was a young Plant though, bro. That was a while ago. Plant did kind of run out of gas in that fight. But I thought he looked good in the fight. He dropped Uzataki, if I'm not mistaken, in that fight too. And Uzataki had a little bit of momentum going in that fight, and he was a puncher. I thought Plant handled himself really well in that fight. That was my fight when I learned a lot about Plant, because he was still that guy like we don't know nothing about him really. You know what I'm saying? He was just beating up on dudes and looking kind of good doing it. But when Uzataki was like, okay, he's in there with a puncher, guy with a Uzataki ain't been looking good since. But in that particular matchup, that particular fight, I was like, okay, Caleb Plant got some. He showed a little bit, like you said, fatigue in the fight, but he since fixed that. I haven't seen him get tired since. So he corrected his mistake in that fight, and then in that fight, it was a stamina issue. You said I don't want to hear Rocha come out of his mouth. Hey, man, Rocha is a mandatory, Mike. Come on, bro. Rocha is a mandatory anyway. We got to wait and see, bro. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. We just got to wait. You said Benny got a 6-pack. Yeah, he do. He look kind of funny looking, but yeah, he got a 6-pack. You said Benavidez by destruction. Plant fades late in fights. Man, will Benavidez fade in this fight when he's hitting fresh air, bro? I don't know. I like both fighters, man. But I'm leaning towards Plant, man. I'm telling me Plant gonna win. I think it's gonna be a style thing. It's gonna be a style thing. You said tired versus Canelo. Oh, yeah, Canelo. A lot of people mad at Canelo for fighting John Ryder, man. They mad at him. Oh, Ryder's on pay-per-view? Wow. That's not good, bro. You bogus, Canelo. He said, oh, I'm doing this for my fans and all this shit. Bro, you got that shit on pay-per-view, dude. How about you make that fight free? Yeah, Spence took down the shirts and all that stuff. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. He took down the shirts. He did all that. Yeah. Crawford's a menace. They don't really want to deal with him like that, but he's in a situation where he got to. He got to fight Bud now. He's only doing it because he has to, bro. It don't look good when Tank and Ryan is fighting already. Even though I don't like the way Tank, me personally, and I know some people are okay with it, but I ain't really okay with it. You know what I'm saying? If you could beat him, go beat him. If he's too big for you, then why you fight him in the first place? But all that shit he put on Ryan and shit. Ryan showed me a lot about his character, man. He showed me he really wanted. He starving and every fucking thing. See, we ain't gotta sit here and starve and not eat, and then wake up every day and go run some miles and go do our squats and do sit-ups and do push-ups and go spar. Why you fucking hungry? We ain't gotta do that shit, bro. But he do. Ryan doing that shit for the boxing fans. Salute to Ryan Garcia. Yeah, I said it. Salute to fucking Ryan Garcia. Because he could have said, you know what, fuck that shit. I'm going to start too. I'll go do my own thing. I ain't about to dehydrate myself to fight you. Nah, he said, nah, I'm going to do it anyway. He looked like shit. But salute to him, man. That showed me that he really wanted it. He didn't take no tune-up fight. He sat here. He's doing the catch weight and he's doing the rehydration clause. This is not no IBF title fight. He did it anyway. So salute to Ryan, man. Because by them throwing so many stipulations out, it looks to me like they was trying to find any way for Ryan not to take the fight. But Ryan's like, nah, I'm going to keep jumping over these hurdles until I land right in front of you. So salute to Ryan. May not work out for him. But somebody said, who said he got? I think Eddie Reynoso. Eddie Reynoso said that Ryan Garcia has one of the best, most powerful left hooks in boxing. He said he has a very powerful left hook. And Canelo also warned Tank Davis to watch out. Well, not necessarily watch out, but you know, Ryan Garcia's he's dangerous. You know, that punch is really powerful. So if you got those guys saying this kid can hit like that, I mean, we see these guys crumble with that punch. I wonder if Ryan Garcia lands that hook. I didn't mean for this video to turn about them, but that is a big fight. I'm just curious to see what happens if a Ryan Garcia lightning left lands on Tank. What the hell would happen next, bro? Will Tank be able to take that shot? Because if Tank's able to take Ryan's shots, it is going to be really, really ugly for Ryan Garcia. And I think Ryan Garcia's left hook is probably going to be the fastest punch in the fight between both fighters. That left hook is a fast mamma jamma. But if Tank is able to take that shit, Tank got a big-ass head on him. He got a huge head. So he could take some shots. But could he take a shot from Ryan? I don't know. We go see. I can't wait to see that fight. That fight will be here before you know it. You said the same people who made the Ryan fight are making the Bud fight. You trust them? I mean, we got no choice. You know, we got no choice. Now, is Spence the type of guy that'll put what could Spence do to Bud? Bud's a smaller guy. What kind of, I don't see Spence doing anything like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Spence, he may say some lame shit like he on the wrong side of the street and all that, but I don't see Spence putting rehydration clauses on fighters or coming out saying, he's a bigger fighter. Oh, they ain't really like that. But then on another interview, he's a bigger fighter. And you have this Mike Tyson like mystique and aura about you, but you complaining about Mike Tyson didn't complain about fighters being a bigger fighter. Mike Tyson was always a smaller dude. Guess what? It didn't matter to Mike because Mike was a real bad dude. He was a real bad dude. Mike Tyson was shorter than everybody. He didn't care. So what? So yeah, I'm a little jaded at Tank. I'm a little mad at Tank because I thought that shit was weak. He ain't that much bigger than you, bro. He ain't that much bigger than you. He ain't. Hey, I heard it's a 50-50 too, Damon Webster. I heard it's a 50-50. You know, Spence fans, probably main reason why there's a lot of beef between the fan bases because they coming out of nowhere trying to oh, well, yeah, 70-30. Spence didn't help either, though, because he got caught up into that foolishness, too. But I think he kind of came to his senses. He said he was just playing and all that. He probably wasn't at that time, but he came out later on. And he probably realized that shit did sound lame as hell. I was just playing. But that shit was lame as hell. I don't think he's going to be trying to this is the best fight for him. Or you go put a hydration or stipulation on Crawford. Oh, yeah, you can't fight Rocha, or you can't do this. You can't punch with your left hand. The ring size got to be small as a shoebox. Some other weird shit these guys like to do. Salute to Mike Jones for the super chat. He said Spence gonna bulldoze Bud if he ain't got his legs. Bro, I don't know, Mike, because where's Spence legs? How does Spence legs look? He looked like he was on shaky legs against Ugas, man. He was off balance quite a bit in that fight, bro. I'm just saying. Overreaching and kind of, lunging, overreaching his punches a lot. Spence was doing a lot of that in that fight against Ugas, man. Spence, he got to be under the lights fighting. He's still making rookie mistakes, Mike. He's still making rookie mistakes, Mike. You can't make rookie mistakes against a seasoned champion fighter like Terrence Crawford. You can't make rookie mistakes. You saw what happened to Avarizian. Rookie mistake. Actually, I wouldn't even say that's a rookie mistake because that was some advanced shit Bud lulled that dude into. He lulled that dude into that situation, that sequence, and then just snapped him with the 1-2, the two-piece. He lulled Avocado to sleep. Crawford had a certain speed of his punches that was like, oh, man, Crawford ain't swinging that fast. Out of nowhere. Bang! Out of nowhere. So yeah. He said, keep it real. You never see Spence show he had bad legs, man. I'm nitpicking. Mike started it today. So I'm nitpicking, CB. Spence had shaky legs against Dennis Ugas. He said nobody talks about Bud running and going to fight that bum. Hey, look, man, Avocado or Avarizian was on a hell of a streak prior to fighting Crawford, man. I bet you, man, I would love to see Avarizian or somebody like him fight Ugas or somebody like that, bro. I would love to see that fight. Damn, I would love to see that fight. But guess what? It'll never happen. It'll never happen. I bet you Avarizian and Ugas is a very competitive fight. With Ugas getting lumped up and getting hit upside his head because Ugas don't like to move his head. He likes to stand still in high guard and let guys punch on him. He said, please stop giving Terrence credit for beating his last opponent. Crawford gets a lot of credit for beating Avocado. Yeah, that's right. Avocado got more heart. Avarizian got more heart than Keith and all those dudes. More heart than all of them. More heart than all the dudes that's stepping out of the way. Alexis Rocha, guess what? He got heart too because he didn't step out of the way. Everybody else sidestepped the WBO and went another direction. They sidestepped the WBO and went another direction. I mean, that's what happens with Terrence Crawford. When we watching boxing, bro, we see these same shit. Like Calvin Ford. You got some fans calling him Calvin James now because we heard the same thing before. He said, "Oh, you gonna talk yourself out of a fight? I must make him stop." Right? And we heard that type of talk. Maybe not those exact words, right? But we heard that talk before from guys like Derrick James. When they don't want to fight somebody. We know when these dudes want to fight. Devin Haney's going to be going through the same thing that Terrence Crawford's going through. Shakur Stevenson is going to be going through the same thing. None of this stuff is going to be new. Terrence Crawford won't be the last guy that's going to have a hard time getting some of the more notable names in the ring. Guys like Shakur, Devin, we see Boo Boo Andres having a nightmare getting guys in the ring. And then one may question, is Boo Boo Andres starting to slip a little bit? Getting stale? Some of the best skilled guys may never even get a shot at some of the other name dudes, bro. I think a lot, in my opinion, some of the wrong dudes in boxing be in position too. Some of the wrong dudes, the dudes that's most marketable, seems to get put in a position, man. It's not about being the best fighter, bro. What's going on, B House Promotions? I see you in the building. Bomac said that it's looking good, man. Bomac said it's looking good. Your boy Errol Spence taking shots at Keyshawn, and he wants a fight between Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson. I think that's a good ass fight, man. Shakur and Frank is a really good fucking stylistic matchup, bro. Because I think Frank has a lot of speed to keep up with Shakur for sure. He may not be he's not the better fighter technically, right? But Frank Martin's a stud. He's a stud. He may have a style that can give Shakur a lot of problems, a lot of speed, a lot really aggressive. Southpaw, right? Is he a southpaw? I can't remember. No. Is he a southpaw? I can't remember. But that's a good fight, man. That's a good fight. I don't know if it'll happen though, unfortunately. You said which is better, Bushido, Keyshawn versus Frank or Shakur? Man, they all are good fights. I think they all are good fights. I think Frank Martin matches up well with anybody at 135. I think Frank Martin is the most talented guy naturally that Derrick James has. He has a late start in the sport and he's fighting that damn good. Yeah, that dude is a talented dude. You said Shakur would stir fry Frank. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. And I'm big on Shakur. I think the kid is a genius. But I thought Lil Ali was going to really handle Frank, and Frank just destroyed him. You said Keyshawn will wash Frank? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, bro. Frank fought the better guys. You know what I'm saying? Frank is at a different point in his career. Now, unless they move Keyshawn a lot faster, I don't know how much faster they could possibly move him. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think Frank Martin has a really, really good style. A good style. And he got a lot of speed. He said Keyshawn ain't struggling with dude that start boxing at 18. maybe not, bro. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. I will say Andy Cruz, but Andy Cruz probably been boxing his whole life. We really never seen nobody really beat up on Keyshawn other than Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz really, really handled Keyshawn extremely well. He probably one of the few guys in the world that could probably do that to Keyshawn. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they are really good fights. It's hard for me to say. Maybe I'm a little biased with Frank because he's from Indy, but it's hard for me to say. I was really impressed by his last performance. Really impressed. And he's a disciplined fighter too, man. You said Baby Juju says Keyshawn and Shakur both beat Frank. Dang. I don't know, man. Yeah, he beat Keyshawn 4 times, B House. That's got to do something to your confidence if this guy, Andy Cruz, actually makes it to the USA and fights in the lightweight rankings. That's got to do something to your confidence knowing that this guy has made his way here. We got to see if that style translates in the pros, but Andy Cruz is going to be a motherfucker. If he comes to the lightweight division and start getting to the rankings, things are going to be really interesting, bro. He said, "Shit, you know, backup boy for any shave." Hey, man, I see where everybody's coming from when they saying like, yeah, Frank could get beat, but I don't know, bro. I don't know because Frank Martin is a serious fighter, man. He's not some dude that's trying to be a rapper or hanging out. Nah, man, Frank is always working. Frank ain't playing no games, bro. I'm not saying Shakur and them is doing that because they some serious young fighters too. But Frank ain't like them other dudes, like, that's playing games with boxing. Frank is serious. He know he ain't got time to be playing games. So I don't know, bro. I like the matchups. I think Frank has a lot of speed and everything to make a lot of give those guys trouble, man. You said Frank wants that smoke calling on Tank. I don't think Tank ain't fighting none of them dudes, bro. And y'all know I fucks with Tank, but he ain't fighting nobody like that, bro. He ain't fighting Frank. He ain't fighting He ain't fighting Gary Russell Jr. He ain't fighting Tevin Farmer. He ain't fighting Devin Haney. He ain't gonna fight Shakur Stevenson. He ain't gonna fight nobody with melanin in their skin, bro. That's what it is with Tank, bro. Yeah, Tank work, and I believe it too, B House. I believe it. You haven't interviewed Frank yet. Frank being, like I said, Mike, Frank came out of nowhere. I'm gonna have to holler at Frank, man. But he probably ain't gonna like that. I'm not necessarily team Spence, but I'm gonna see if I can reach out to Frank Martin, man. I don't see Frank Martin doing too many interviews out here like that. Maybe he's one of those dudes that don't really. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not an interview guy really, but I don't know. He said Shakur beats Martin going away. Stop it, Shido's level, sir. Man, y'all don't even want to give Frank a chance at all. Y'all don't even want to say, it might be a good fight. Nah, it's not even gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a washing. Are we sure? Because one may say, oh, well, the Pitbull Cruz, who the hell is that? Well, we see who he is now. Tank fought this guy to a split decision. I don't know, you guys. Styles make fights. And Frank Martin, he showed me a lot. He showed me something. You said when the smoke clears, Tank gonna be standing. Man, I want to believe you, CB. But I don't think Tank, man, I don't know, bro. Is Tank really about that life like that, bro? I don't think so, bro. I've seen videos, man. I already know what type of time it is, but I am not going to harp on it too much. He a young guy. I ain't going to trip. You know what I'm saying? It's a good show. It's a good show. But guys like Mike Tyson, they had that Mike Tyson aura. He was about that for real. Tank Davis has that Mike Tyson like aura about him. But is he like that for real? I don't really think so, my dog. I don't think so. I don't. I really don't think so. When you running away, he got up out of there, bro. He got up out of there on AB, bro. He ran. He didn't stand his ground like a gangster, bro. Like a straight. Nah, he got up out of there. He ran, left AB hanging. AB was still there by himself. Talking shit to Jermall. Wasn't backing down. Tank got up out of there, bro. He left AB hanging. They was real tight back then around that time. He got up out of there, bro. Left AB hanging. Tank got up out of there. Charlo said, yeah, look at your boy. Yeah, he gone. Yeah, like a punk. He a pussy. Yeah. People act like they didn't see that video, man. I'm going to re-upload it. So, man. I don't believe Tank really like that, bro. He's a great fighter, though. He's really good for the sport. He's an excellent fighter to market. But I'll be lying to you if I said that I've seen everything I need to see from John. No, I haven't. I don't even know if he could beat any slick boxers, bro. And this dude almost 30 years old. I don't even know if he could beat any boxers. One thing I know he could beat on is Latino fighters, dog. That's it. That's all I know about Tank. He's exciting. He's great for the sport. He could punch. And he beats up on Latino fighters, bro. That's all I know about Tank, dog. And then he putting hydration clauses on dudes. But you're supposed to be that dude, the street. Nah, man, that's all an act to me, dog. And truth be told, just because you from the street don't mean you could beat a dude that's from the suburbs, bro. That don't mean nothing. Because even though Devin ain't from the streets, put y'all both in the ring, what happened? Well, a rumor has it Devin was beating the hell out of you, man. No contest. In my Floyd Senior voice. So yeah, Tank. I'm not buying none of that. These dudes ain't like that for real. And all this little gangster. I mean, gangsters don't even walk around with purses anyway, dog. Come on. Nah, bro. I don't know any street dude. My era is different. But I don't know any dude that was really out here in the streets like that, or that was really out here doing this, walking around with purses, bro. I just don't know what alternate reality people see that where that come from. I just don't know. But real street dudes, or dudes that was out here like that, they're not walking around with purses and shit, bro. They may do some flashy shit, wear a pink mink or something, but they're not wearing no purses, bro. Nah, they're not doing that, dog. So, yeah. Tank Davis, he's great for the sport. Is he the best fighter? That is yet to be seen. Will we ever see it? I don't think so. Sanctions body's not gonna be able to force nothing to happen. Devin can have all the belts in 3 weight classes. They can't force Tank to do that. So yeah, we're gonna see the same thing that we seen happen to Crawford. We're gonna start to see it happen to guys like Shakur, guys like Devin. Right? We see it happen to guys like Prograis, guys like Boo Boo. You just can't get the big guys in the ring. That's why guys like Prograis, when he fought Taylor, he should have been over there in the UK playing. He should have really, really been serious. Because opportunities don't come that way for tough fighters like Prograis. So when you do get one of these dudes in the ring, you got to really make a statement. You got to really make the best of it. You can't play no games. If you're a feared fighter or a fighter that's having a hard time getting the other named dudes in the ring, when you do get one of those dudes in the ring, you got to make the best of it, period. Because you may not get a shot again. Hell, Prograis, a champion at 140, guess what? Jose Ramirez still don't want to fight him. Come on, man. We gonna see this shit happen again. It just don't happen to Crawford. Dude's trying to milk the game and freeze him out, and I'm gonna make him starve. And what you gonna make Devin and them starve for? Because what he say? What Calvin say? Yeah, you may talk yourself out of the opportunity. What are you talking about, bro? So okay, so Devin talked. So Devin could talk himself out of an opportunity, but Ryan talked himself into it. Okay, I see how it works, man. Come on, man. Look, I get it, right? I get it. It's a show and everything, but I do also pay attention to who's the best fighter. And this is why MMA and UFC is so good, because you know who the best fighter is. We know that Leon Edwards is the man right now. We know John Jones is the GOAT right now, right? We know who's the best fighters. In boxing, we don't know. Yeah, we could say it's Devin, but is it really Devin? Right? You just don't know in boxing. And then when you got guys who can really make shit happen. And look, Tank Davis can't use this. Oh, he's not a draw, or he can't say that. When you become the face of boxing, you're exempt. You can't say that shit no more, because it don't matter who you fight. You go draw regardless, because you the man now. Same for Canelo. I was on his bumper too, because he's the face. It doesn't matter who you fight. You can fight anybody in the world. Tank Davis is going to be in that same position. So I don't want to hear nothing. If he gets past Ryan like many expect him to do, I don't want to hear nothing about Devin ain't a draw. I don't want to hear nothing about Shakur ain't got no numbers. I don't want to hear nothing about selling tickets, because you the man. You should be selling them tickets. And that's what I liked about Adrian Broner, because he didn't tell these guys that barely spoke English and shit like that to even though Adrian Broner never really was on pay-per-view like I felt like he should have. He wasn't saying shit. He said, man, just show up to the fight. I'll sell this motherfucker. I'm the draw. People gonna come anyway. But you got a lot of fighters they like to use tough fighters as an excuse, like, oh, well, he ain't got no pay-per-view numbers and he ain't got no ticket sales. But who you gonna fight then, bro? Ricardo Nunes? Obuelo? Zavala? Right? Come on, man. He said, I hope Tank don't go on no black fighter group. Say, hey, salute to my boy Town Beers in the building, man. Y'all go subscribe to Town Beers Sports and Entertainment. hey, it looked like he's already on that, bro. And fans may say, right? Oh, it's all Floyd's fault. Well, he ain't with Floyd no more. Why he still moving like that? People was like, oh, well, it's Oscar's fault. Well, now when you look at no, Canelo's still doing that, bro. He's still doing that. At least Canelo fought some, but Tank Davis, nah, man. I like Tank too, bro. But I just gotta keep it real with you guys. I just gotta be honest. And y'all know I ain't lying. Even the most diehard fan, Tank fans don't be liking that shit. But you know I'm right. And I like Tank, but we got to keep it 1,000, bro. He's 28 years old. It's time to take the Pampers off. It's time to take the training wheels off. You still got training wheels on. Yeah, you fighting Ryan. Ryan got talent. Ryan got speed, got power. He got size. But you put Pampers on him. You put the shackles on him. You put shackles on him. Now there's a high probability he's going to be a drained fighter in there who ain't going to be able to deal with your punching power. His punch resistance is going to be shit. His punching power ain't going to be there. His energy ain't going to be there. He's going to be not even half the fighter that he probably could have been if he was just a regular fighter. Didn't have to had a clause on him. But some people cool with these clauses and shit. Maybe I'm just different, right? Because if it was me, if I was thinking, I wouldn't put no clause on that dude for what? I could beat his ass. That look like some whole shit. And I'm a man, I'm grabbing my nuts. I'm a G. I'm the one. I'm the gorilla. I'm GTD. I don't need no rehydration clause. Because I'm knocking him out anyway. He ain't a better fighter. He don't got skills. And this is about skills. Right? Nah, you got to rehydrate, put shackles on him and shit. Come on, man. Imagine if Leon Edwards like, nah, Kamaru, you can't rehydrate, man. You too big. I heard you big in the off season. Nah, man, you got a rehydration clause. Nah, bro, ain't none of that shit. It's time to fight, bro. Yeah, that's it, man. Tank is a draw, bro. He's a draw. He's an attraction for the sport. He's a very marketable fighter. But is he the best? That's yet to be seen, bro. He said, I'm capping for Ryan. Nah, I got a little respect for dudes that grab their nuts, bro. Straight up. I got respect for men that grab their nuts. I'm more of a Tank fan than Ryan fan any day of the week. But I got respect for dudes that grab their fucking nuts. Ryan Garcia could have said, man, F you, dude. I'm a star too. I ain't got to do all this. We just ain't go fight. Nah, Ryan said, nah, I'll do it anyway. He may be crazy. Some may say he's stupid. But, hey, he's doing it for boxing. So salute to Ryan, bro. He's giving us, to me, he made this fight happen. To me, he made it happen. Based off what we heard with the negotiations and everything, Ryan Garcia made the fight happen, bro. So salute to him, man. I wish him the best in the fight. That's all I can say. I ain't got nothing else bad to say about Ryan. Everybody deserves a second chance. Yeah, he was on that bullshit around when Pacquiao's around. Oh, I'm fighting Pacquiao, doing all that shit. Yeah, he was on bullshit, but he seemed like a guy that's trying to redeem himself. We're going to see what happens. Because he could have just been like, nah, man, I'm not doing any of this stuff. Fuck the fans. Fuck the fight. Nah, he doing it, man. And he's going through hell right now. Believe that. You would say Tank's timing is damn. Tank got really good timing. That's what I'm saying, man. Tank is a more skilled fighter overall. Even though he been getting hit a little bit more in his fights lately, he's just a more skilled fighter overall. That's why I say I don't really see the reasoning for you hindering Ryan. I mean, I know Ryan got talent and Ryan is a threat, but that's what makes the sport great. That's what makes the fight. That's the fight game, bro. But whatever, we'll see what happens. He said Tank going, man, I hope Tank proves me wrong, man. I do. I want Tank to go out and fight Shakur and Devin. He'll get all the praise in the world from me, bro. I have no problem giving that brother his roses. But as of right now, based off the current track record, what we see and know of Tank Davis, it's not looking like he's going down that dark path anytime soon. Ryan didn't want to fight Devin either, but he did say, why not say the best for last? So Ryan said, Ryan probably knows that he's going to be fighting Devin but he's gonna stay away from Devin for as long as he can, because he knows he can't beat Devin right now. Ryan, for whatever reason, you guys, Ryan Garcia has more confidence in beating a heavy puncher like Tank Davis than he do fighting a light puncher, quote unquote, right? Like like Devin Haney. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Like dudes are more willing to get in the ring with a heavy puncher that can knock your head off than a dude that could just give you a boxing lesson. That might be a real harsh lesson though. Ryan don't want to go nowhere near Devin, bro. Devin is like the boogeyman out here. If you didn't know nothing about boxing, if you was new to boxing, you heard about some of these guys, you would think that Devin was punching like Deontay Wilder, bro. The way these dudes try to avoid him. They say he's big, but it's not like he's a big dude that's bullying guys in the ring and using his size and one-shotting dudes. Nah, he's not even doing any of that shit. He's really at a disadvantage by him even cutting his weight at this point, in my opinion. He'd probably be a lot better at 140. He said Ryan wants to fight, but he really doing it for the payday. I mean, is he? I mean, he probably doing it for the payday, but let's be real, bro. Ryan's going to have a lot more paydays ahead of him regardless, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fighters like Ryan, marketable fighters like Ryan and Tank and, AJ and Spence, these marketable fighters. Those money fights going to always be on the table because plus they look beatable to a lot of these guys. So, the shortest of opponents for guys like them is going to be really thin, bro. They're going to always have people to fight. But guys like Crawford, guys like Boo Boo, guys like Haney, guys like Prograde, guys like Shakur, guys like Gary Russell, those type of dudes, they're going to have a hard time getting those notable names in the ring until these guys see some slippage from these dudes. We seen sanction bodies try to make guys like Pitbull, who we think is a dog, fight Shakur. He turned it down. Oh, Williams Zepeda also turned it down. Oh, well, we ain't fighting Shakur now. We gonna wait till he get a belt first. That fight don't mean shit. Why fight him without a belt? You said that Ryan definitely wants that check. He said Ryan is worth $8 million. He don't need a paycheck. Hey, the money comes with it, bro. Money's gonna come with it. Ryan Garcia can match himself up with any other named fighter and get a good payday, bro. Tank Davis, same thing. It just so happened they fighting each other. It's gonna be even bigger fight for both of them. So I mean, of course they want the money. You're not gonna fight for free, right? You're not gonna fight for free. But Ryan really sees something in Tank he can beat, bro. I think Ryan really believes, despite what everybody else thinks, I think Ryan himself believes that he can beat Tank. I do believe that. Because he could have fought Devin and got all the belts. And it looks really nice when you got pictures with them belts, I'll tell you. Don't believe the lies from these fighters acting like belts don't matter. That shit looks good as hell when the motherfuckers got all them belts and then like you really did something. It really looks like you did something. And it's there for forever. So, of course, the money is the part of it. But I think Ryan really believes he can beat Tank and steal the juice that Tank has. Yeah, Pitbull is a problem, man. But Pitbull don't want to fight Shakur, man. He said, salute to Jamon Danes for the super chat. He says De La Hoya fought every elite fighter. Yeah, he did. Ozzy De La Hoya fought every elite fighter, bro. It didn't matter what race or nothing. He fought everybody, bro. You name him, he fought him. Mosley, Floyd, Hopkins, Trinidad. I mean, you name him. Chavez. I mean, he fought literally everybody. Ozzy De La Hoya literally fought everybody, bro. You said Pitbull will be the only fighter. Hey, yeah. Hey, who turned? Yeah, Pitbull did turn that fight down, didn't he? I forgot all about that. Pitbull did low-key duck Ryan. Yeah, he did, man. He ducked Ryan, man. Pitbull ducked Ryan and Shakur, man. But he was ready to hop on Tank. These dudes be ready to hop on Tank, man, because they see he's worth it, and then they see him as beatable. Hey, hold on, real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah. Salute to Hollow Ninja for the super chat. He says Inoue Fulton is going to be fired. Inoue by 10 round KO. Man, damn, I keep forgetting, man. We had a great year of boxing, man. Inoue versus Fulton. I can't even believe that's happening. Right? Think about it. Like, that fight is actually happening. Fulton Inoue is actually happening, bro. And we shouldn't even be like, it should just be like, yeah, okay, cool. But it's rare, man. I mean, a fight like that just happening that easily, bro. Nobody was playing politics. Inoue didn't say, you know what, he didn't have behind the Japanese politics. Fulton didn't say, oh, well, you know, he on the wrong side of the street. Al Haven won't, you know, like none of that, bro. They both went for it and they going for it, man. I'm a big fan of the Monster. I like Fulton. Man, I don't know. If the Monster beats Fulton, bro. If the Monster beats Fulton, bro, that'd be huge. I think it'd be bigger if Fulton, I mean, if the smaller man beat the bigger man. It'll be big if Fulton beats the Monster too, though, because nobody ever beat the Monster. The Monster's been on the warpath. But I think if the Monster beat the much bigger Fulton, who was a black fighter, a style that he never really seen before, I mean, if he goes out there and beats him, that says a whole lot about Naoya Inoue, bro. And if he stops Fulton, oh my goodness, his power carries like that. We'll see, man. That's a good fight, man. But then again, Fulton go out there and style and profile on and give Inoue looks and show him things that he never seen. So yeah, that's a good fight, man. Boxing is looking good this year, you guys. May 7th, they'll be here before you know it. He says, no, Pitbull was trying to fight Ryan. Ryan didn't take the fight, didn't try to blame Pitbull. Yeah, I think that is what happened, CB. It was something like that, man. It was something. Somebody ducked somebody. And I did a video on it. I may have to, I talk about all this stuff. So I had to go back and watch the video again, but somebody ducked somebody, and we got to the bottom of it. It might have been Ryan playing games. I think I was coming at Ryan because he was playing games. He says, people underestimate Ryan. He fights tall. David's best punch is upper. Talk about that. What do you think? Ryan does fight tall. He does. So, will a lot of those shots Tank do that he typically lands on certain guys, will they work on Ryan, who fights tall? Some may say Ryan holds his chin up in the air, but I think he may want to fight tall against Ryan, Tank. And then when him punching down, there's even more leverage on his punches. I don't know, bro. That's a good fight, man. I can see I got Tank winning, but something telling me that if Ryan Garcia is healthy in that fight, it gonna be real. Or if Ryan says, fuck that rehydration clause, I'll pay the fine. I'm coming in here healthy. If that happens, it could be really interesting, bro. Really interesting. Because Ryan Garcia got like a Bruce Lee-like left hand, bro. And according to some of the best trainers and fighters in the world, that's one of the best left hooks in boxing from Ryan Garcia, man. Eddie Reynoso said that's a powerful, fast, and powerful left hook, man. He says the LWBC don't give his flowers, haters. Salute to Hollow Ninja for the super chat. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Now Inoue, I feel the brothers tend to give him a lot of unwarranted hate, man. Inoue Inoue isn't caught up in any of this race stuff, or any of that stuff, man. He's just a badass little dude from Japan that can who hits like a dude 3 times his size. You know what I'm saying? I don't see him antagonizing fans. Usually the Japanese fighters are really, really humble. So, you know, yeah. I think they be giving him a lot of unwarranted hate. Now Inoue is a bad motherfucker, man. I know skill and talent when I see it. That dude he's very skilled. Very skilled. Very, in my opinion, Inoue is a complete fighter. He can punch with both hands. He got speed. He got power. He got defense. He got IQ. He got like everything. He's like a complete fighter, bro. The best fighters at the top is complete fighters. Crawford, Usyk, and Inoue are complete fighters, man. Complete fighters. You said Inoue avoided chocolate, man, please. Inoue smokes Choco. He said Tank better avoid that left hook. I'm telling, bro. Do Tank will have to be on his A game fighting Ryan, bro. He ain't gonna be able to play around this dude, stand in the pocket, hold his hands up, and just taking shots like Elias. Nah, man, he can't play Ryan like that. Tank will have to be on his feet. He will have to be moving around the ring, bouncing around the ring. He gonna have to use his legs a lot and really make Ryan work. Don't sit still to let Ryan load up on that shot. And Ryan Garcia, he may have to show some new dimensions to his game. You know, Ryan Garcia may want to increase his foot speed somehow, be lighter on his feet, trap Tank, learn how to cut off the ring on Tank. Tank's going to have to be careful with that left hook. That left hook is serious business, bro. And Tank do take a lot more punches than I would like, man. He do. Especially lately. He said black slick fighters don't even want to fight. Nah, they don't. Black fighters don't even want to be fighting black fighters like that. Nah, they don't. Not really. Hell nah. Shit, that's too hard. Too fast. What's going on, Sir Foul Play of Brooklyn? Too strong, too fast, too twitchy, bro. Yeah, Ryan left hook is like something I never seen, man. I got to get that kid his credit on that particular skill set he has there. A lot of holes in this game, but if I seen that left hook he got is crazy. He must have threw that punch 1,000 times as a kid, millions of times as a kid. He probably been practicing number of left hooks. Yeah, he said Tank's prepared for that left hook. That's all he got. Yeah, he gonna have to be. I can't wait to see the fight. You know, and to be honest with you guys, I'm a little jaded about the whole rehydration because I want a fair one. I don't want it to be Ryan looking like a skeleton at the weigh-ins, and eyes all sunk in, and him looking like shit. Then I know we go get a bogus fight. Then I already know who's gonna win. And even though I got Tank winning, I wanna see a fair fight so I could be satisfied. Because now in the back of my mind, it's not a fair fight. Ryan ain't that damn big. He only 24. He's a kid still. He ain't hit. Yeah, you got this, Tank. Come on, bro. I don't think Floyd ever put rehydration clauses on dudes. Yeah, man. Inoue he's a real fighter, man. He gives respect and love over here for sure. Inoue is a real fighter. He had a broken orbital. He still thugged it out for his orbital was broke early in the fight. He was thugging it out. Salute to Picasso for the super chat. He said, salute, Bushido. I'm in the middle of something right now, but I just want to slide through and say what's up to you in the chat. Peace, bro. Much love to you, Picasso, for showing love and always holding your boy down, man. Salute to you, Picasso. Always hold your boy down. He said, but Ryan said he come in every fight weighing no more than 148. That's probably about right. I don't know, man. I don't like the rehydration clause, man. If you can beat him, go beat him, dog. Yeah, he a little bit bigger. Yeah, he bigger than you. But is he better than you? And y'all both fought at the same weight divisions. So it's not like it's a situation where now if Tank never fought at 140, then there wouldn't be that visualization in my mind that this dude fought at 140 already. And beat up on a Barrios who actually look really good at 147, as long as he's not in there with a guy like Keith Thurman or somebody like that. Oh man, you ain't lying to Mondane. Salute to the super chat. He says, what stipulation would Devin have fighting Tank? Bro, ain't no telling. That's what I'm saying, man. They already saying stuff like starving him out and all that, man. Ain't no telling, bro. He might put a rehydration clause on Devin too. Or they may simply just wait till Devin move up and not deal with him altogether. And say he's just too big. And if he want to fight, he got to meet me here. That's what I'm looking at. I don't know, man. That's just how boxing goes. But yeah, B House Promotions. When you're in the building, I gotta ask you, what's going on with Jermall, man? I'm not his new name. Actually, I found out this ain't really Jermall at all. Y'all know who this is? This is Jermall Charlo. He's the oldest brother of the Charlos. Yeah, that's right. That's not really Jermall. This is Jermaine. Yeah, I refuse to believe that this is Jermall Charlo for real. So we gonna say this is Jermall Charlo, the big bro of the Charlos that we never seen before. He's the guy that's behind the scenes, that's watching out for his little bros. Because this dude is a whole different dude. A whole different dude. Damn. He used to look like a twin. B House Promotions. You say I love Devin, but his fights be boring. Yeah, man. I think if Devin was really hurting guys, people would be more excited. They said Floyd fights was boring too. But after so long, when watching a Floyd fight, you knew what to look forward to. And you was looking to see if this guy he was in the ring with could capitalize or find holes to break Floyd's game. So if Devin gonna have to do something, if he don't start knocking people out soon, he gonna have to do something to get fans attached to his fighting style to where they don't believe it's boring. Floyd, what helped Floyd out, he made himself a villain. So they wanted to see this guy get his ass kicked. I loved what Floyd was doing. I never thought that shit was boring. You know what I'm saying? I can appreciate the aggressive fighters like Crawford, or I can appreciate the boxing wizards, the defensive fighters like Floyd Mayweather. I like them both. So well, Ryan is growing. I don't know, bro. Tank Davis should be able to handle it, CB. That's all I'm saying, man. I think Tank Davis is a lot better than that, But that's what it is, man. But yeah, you guys, salute to everybody that's on this live stream this late, man. This turned out to be a pretty good stream tonight. Bomac said Crawford's looking to fight in June or July. 2 fights, probably Rocha and Spence, right? He said it's looking really good. Fingers crossed. So we just gotta wait, let these guys work their situation out with the Spence Crawford thing. Errol Spence comes out and says that Keyshawn Davis is still being bottle fed by Top Rank, and he's pretty much not ready for Frank. He would like to have a matchup between Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. I think that's a hell of a fight. It'll be in a perfect boxing world. It'll be a fight between Spence and Crawford. In the co-main event will be Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. That would be the perfect boxing world. You know what I'm saying? But we know that's not happening. You said Crawford getting knocked out in the 7th round? By who? By who? Who Bud getting knocked out? Bud ain't getting stopped, bro. Bud Crawford is retiring undefeated, man. He's that guy. He's going to retire undefeated, man. He says, Crawford, Inoue, Paganel, Donaire. I need my DBZ high-speed combat boxing. That's right. Donaire's that dude, too, man. I love Donaire. I'm a big fan of Donaire. Real warrior. When guys was running away from Rigo, what did he do? He stood there in the fire. Guys like Frampton, guys like Leo Santa Cruz was running from Rigondeaux. Back when boxing starved Rigondeaux. Remember that? We seen this happen. Crawford ain't the first guy that shit happened to. We seen it happen to Rigondeaux for years. He had to go up 2 weight classes just to fight Loma, just to get a name due in the ring with him. I mean, come on, man. We seen it happen before. But Donaire stood in the fire, and he didn't run from the black fighter, the slick Cuban fighter. Guys was running from them Cuban boys. Donaire stood in the fire. Salute to him, man. I love Donaire. Real fighter, real warrior. Then dug no smoke. But yeah, you guys, been on here for a while. Gotta get off. He says, I respect Bud, but remember I said that Spence gonna be Crawford. I don't think so, bro. And I like Spence, man. Contrary to popular belief, I really do like Errol Spence Jr. I won't talk about him as much if I didn't like the guy. But it's a situation to like, come on, bro, what you gonna do? You could go fight this dude or what, man? Why you acting like you scared, bro? It's more like that for me, right? I like Spence. I just don't think he could beat Terrence Bud Crawford. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.